All right, what are you gonna cook?
We's cooking some pork tenderloin and some taters and beans.
Would is be the proper verb there?
It is. All right, so first things first, we gotta get started on our potatoes. We got some red potatoes. Cut them up into quarters, little pieces like this, and then you're gonna stick them in a boiling pot of water, boil them up, mash them, and eat them. I gotta chop up some more of these bad boys. I don't know why they're bad. They're not boys, they're gender neutral. Take your knife, chop your potatoes. If you don't have a fancy chef knife, you can buy one, but if you don't, grab you a knife and use that. Adding potatoes. Blah, 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 blah. All right, you're supposed to heat up the water with the potatoes. Turn on the heat, and we wait. Now we got our taters in the hot tub. We're gonna leave those alone. Now it's time to address our porks. This is a peppercorn pork tenderloin, so it's all marinated, ready to go. This is like some kind of Krypton, insanely heavy-duty plastic. Okay, so apparently we won't be eating tonight because I can't get into them. Before we stick our pork tenderloins in the oven, we must preheat it. Because unlike the potatoes, we want to start at temperature. So I'm going to set it to 425. We're going to let that preheat, and I'm going to put a little bit more seasonings on there because we like flavor in this house. Speak. He likes pork. I have arranged a few seasonings that I'm going to add to this pork tenderloin. Black pepper, salt, this Himalayan salt, which is delicious, by the way. Paprika. Nobody asked you, though. Anyway, garlic and brown sugar. We're going to add all that, put it in a bowl, rub it on just like that. You know, if it was my pork tenderloin, I'd rub it on just like that. Get it all up in there. Spin it around a little bit. All right, now we're going to rub it on. And I'm going to put some lemon juice and butter. Add a little complexity, or whatever Alton Brown would say. Just trust me, I know things. You can't go wrong with butter. Anybody who says they don't like butter, don't trust them, get out of their house. And once it beeps at me, we're going to put it in the oven and wait patiently with our beer. And now for our next guest to the party, we have beans. We're going to show you how to fancy your beans up so they taste like you made them. Make it rain. Come look at these beans here. Look at the color of them. They look kind of sad. We got to add a little bit of flavor to this sad, like light brown, ugly grossness. I'm sure it's fine, but we're going to add a little bit of brown sugar again, spicy mustard, a little paprika again, because we like zest, molasses, and a teeny bit of barbecue sauce. And there's no measuring. We just kind of eyeball it. Bloop. So there, that doesn't look any more attractive than it did. We're going to mix it up, and we're just going to use that. And right now, this mixture is kind of watery, so what we're going to do is cook it down, let it simmer while we wait for that pork tenderloin to cook. You have the floor, quite literally. What's on your mind? Please tell us. Anyway, so we're going to cook that down, and by the time that our pork tenderloin is cooked, this will be a little thicker. As our oven is preheated, now we can stick our pork Lendertoins in the oven. You're next. Set the timer for 20 minutes or so. If it needs cooking past that, I just eyeball it. I don't own a meat thermometer for some reason. I just play with death. Now I'm going to test the doneness of the potatoes. I think they are ready.
Okay.
Grab you a colander, or in layman's terms, a holy bowl.
Watch your fingers.
Watch your fingers, because this means it's hot. You see, cooking them is the essential part of this. It can be very difficult to do. An essential part to successful potatoes, number one, is butter. Another ingredient that you must never ignore is sour cream. And another great addition is cream cheese, whipped cream cheese, because it's a little softer and floofier, and you don't want to be eating potato glue. But trust me, it still tastes really good. So they're not the best for mashing, but
they're okay.
You know, when life gives you potatoes, you mash them.
No, half of what you cut.
It's not that much. Yeah, a little more. Boom. What are you talking about? What are you saying? It's not enough butter. God. So now we add a little bit of sour cream, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Cream cheese. Okay, let's come check on these here beans. Yeah, so they're still pretty watery. That means they're not quite ready. Gonna give them a minute to reduce.
Mm-hmm.
That's a term I heard an Iron Chef once. We're gonna reduce them
spilling
down.
that on the
so
floor.
the dog get it. That's what he's for. The oven is bitching at me to take out the items. Now, that's all that fight. You can't really do anything about it if your food is overcooked. Pork comes out a little bit lighter cooked, you're probably gonna live. Probably. Just wait till you see. If it's a little underdone, it tastes like pork filet mignon. Filet pignon, if you will. So back to our potatoes. Now we're gonna add a bunch of garlic and salt. The more the merrier as far as seasonings go. You want to let your food rest, whatever meats you cook, so that all those delicious juices stay inside. We're gonna let it sit for about, I don't know, 5 minutes or however long we can stand it. So the beans are nice and thick now, so hopefully that's an indication that the pork is now done. Alright, so hopefully this freaking pork is done already. Now we're hangry and ready. And I don't care if I get diseased from eating this pork.
You're not gonna get this.
The dog is there.
It's cutting like butter, so it's really tender like steak.
Oh, it's perfect. Yeah. And now it's time to eat it, y'all.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's right.
Yum, 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 yum. Put a little bit of everything on this one bite. Oh, yeah, it's good.
Okay then.